Here we go.
Of course. Of course.
All right. Cross, thanks for the 9-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Favorite horror op, I'll let you know in a second. What the staff doing? That's gonna be my new thing to say when I see an administrative call made in op, like when they respawn a helicopter.
Yeah.
I will totally bring that up. Okay, and then I'll talk about why I wasn't in EU today next week, because I want to let a week blow over before we open that can of worms. But anyway, an F&F operation by Banks. The temperature is 15 degrees Celsius.
Very good. I'm glad you remember what C stood for.
I know. I thought I was going to say centigrade for a second, and I realized, that's
no. Correct.
Oh, it is? Oh,
yeah,
excellent.
Centigrade is like just another way of saying it. It's weird.
All right, anyway, background. 10th of September, 1983. It's been 3 days since the British once again had their noses bloodied, trying to gain some kind of foothold on the occupied British overseas territory of Malden. So you got to remember, every operation there's been 2 other ops in this little mini campaign. They've been making the following mission based off of the previous one. So 2 times the British have tried to assault this position. Both times have failed. So we'll get to that for predictions. But anyway, amid rumors of U.S. reinforcements en route from South Atlantic, a platoon of British paras, BLUFOR, are mounting an aggressive land, air, and sea assault on the Soviets' OpFor main operating base northeast of the coast of the island. Or the main island, excuse me. Under increasing pressure to resign, surely must be the Prime Minister's last roll of the dice. The British simply must not fail. Who said that my party was all over? Mission rules: squads are obligated to stay at their starting locations. The commander is free to move around. So I guess that's probably why they took so long, is they have specific areas that they want the squads to be in for, I guess, land, air, and sea, quote unquote. But that would be my best guess. I do notice BLUFOR has 3 teleport areas on the sides of the AO, but I guess we'll get there when we get there. Game mode is going to be sectors. So how this works is, as long as OpFor has a person that is alive and as an infantryman in the sector, meaning they're not in a Vic, they're not unconscious, in this dark red shaded area, BLUFOR cannot take the sector. How they take the sector is just by entering the sector with someone that isn't, unconscious or dead or in a vehicle. So as long as OpFor is fully cleared out, then BLUFOR will take the sector. BLUFOR has to take all 3 sectors to win in the 50-minute round. Excuse me. Mission variables: 900-meter render distance. Defender fortify points have been reduced to 75, probably because the base already has a lot of natural buildings that are easily defendable. Usually it defaults at 125. No magnified optics, no NVG equipment. Usually if the option is blank, it means no, which is for me under magnified optics. BLUFOR has only AT rounds, 2 per person, which means 2 per AT gunner and AT assistant, and there's 2 of those per fire team section, which we'll see, so 4 per squad. But OpFor does have some HE rounds. I haven't really been seeing a lot of HE round plays recently, so we'll see if that changes today. Barb, how do you want to do this? You want to go over players, uniforms?
I'll go over sectors and I guess uniforms. Yeah.
All right, go ahead. For BLUFOR, let's start with the assaulters.
Yeah, BLUFOR is assaulting, and they are going to be, well, typical BLUFOR.
Pritchett, thanks for the 14-month resub. I hope you keep doing the operations.
They are going to be 1980s British paras, as Liru mentioned. Rocking M81 or I guess it's DPM technically, whatever it is they call it. It's the British woodland camouflage.
It's DPM.
With pretty much everyone has either a red beret or we see a few like camouflage beanies. So everyone is going to be very easily identifiable from a distance.
Looks like the camo beanies are for the scout players with the suppressed weapons.
Yeah. As far as loadouts, they have the choice of a Colt carbine or an FNFAL 50.61 para model with Browning high powers as a secondary. Supports get either a Bren light machine gun in 303 British or an FN Mag in 7.62 NATO. The Brent light machine gun, in modern terms, is more of an auto rifle, and even then, it'll only even have a 30-round box magazine, so nothing too crazy there. Lat is going to be an M72 Law. Recon gets the sniper gets an M24 sniper in 7.62 NATO, and the support teams get M14s and M3 grease guns suppressed. And crew and aviation get either a Sterling SMG or a Colt carbine. As for assets, they get one CH-47 for some transport, so that'll be from the ships probably. 3 Land Rover 110s, 2 ribs, 2 other ribs, different model, I guess. 3 motorbikes, an FV510 Warrior IFV with the... Oh, geez. No, that's a 30 mil. No, that thing has an autocannon.
6 rounds of 17 mags for HE and AP.
So that's 60 rounds plus another 7. That's going to be another 30. So about 100 rounds of each, give or take. That's still a lot, especially for HE.
Autocannon fight, finally. We get to see it again, except I think both sides will have, because that means the BMP2 is not going to be rescripted.
Hopefully not. We'll see.
Oh, baby.
We'll see. Then it's got a 7.62.
Real quick as well, the ones that don't say unarmed for RHIB are 2 with 50 cals on the front.
Ah, I see. Yeah, they got multiple belts too, even some tracer ones. But yeah, that FV510 has a 30 mil autocannon and then 7.62 coax and some smoke screens. And finally, some WMIK Land Rovers with HMG M2s on them. You want to go ahead and hit those players?
All right, so for Blue 4, scrolling up to the top of the roster, we have Farks commanding. I don't know of him commanding, so
yeah,
probably...
We've seen Fox around, but I don't think he's been really commanded, or I don't think he's commanded that often.
So we'll see what he's capable of today. Arcor is going to be his platoon medic, Galil from TSB, taking on squad lead for X-Ray. He's got Sam, Lolo, Revenge, Katarino, and Reaper, so that's a full TSB squad there. Looks like Reaper... and Katarina both taking suppressed Mark 14s for this one. Revanche. No, he's being the 2IC. It's Lolo taking the sniper. I've noticed that the sniper role now goes over the 2IC role for that team for whatever reason.
It's a weird, weird architecture.
All right. So we have Montgomery leading Alpha HQ. I can't remember if he's second NRB or 29th ID, but he's decided to keep his 2 teams separate. Lee leading Alpha 1 with Dog 4, Parkour, Bayans, great player there. Norris, also great player, but playing medical. Usually we like to see him on machine guns. And Eagle and Ginny is also jumping into that group. Alpha 2 led by Drake with Green Shade, Tantal, Carlson, and Maz together. Bravo HQ looks like they've decided to merge the groups. It's Artisan leading with Coop, Elm Tree, Dogbird, Absorbed, Korvac, Geary, Sideways, and Coda. So a few Papega members, Artisan, Coop, Coda, and Sideways playing in there. I think Korvac might also be... no, Korvac isn't. Gary and Korvac are, I don't believe, Papega, but that's besides the point. Charlie being led by Steve, but it looks like it's just going to be a small team with Crab, Ace, and Spot'em together. And then Delta has also all merged under Delta 1, leadership being Pierce, and this appears to be our large group of 1RW. Looks like they're also playing around with the Mora. Schult is going to be flying the CH-47, and then Ruckus is filling in right now under Bravo 2, which means he'll probably get merged with the Bravo group. So overall, pretty decent roster there. A few good notable heavy hitters, some good communities, 1RW, 29th ID. I think a few members of 2nd MRB in there as well. Again, could be wrong. I always get the Milsims confused because, you know, they have the same exact rank structure. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. But it is important to note, out of the 3 missions that have been done between this specific faction and the Soviets on defense, the Soviets have won the previous 2 matches. However, we'll see what the difference is with the autocannons, because I'm pretty sure a Warrior is better than a BMP in a few different ways. We'll see if that gives them a tactical advantage, but let's go ahead and look at OpFor here.
Yes, so OpFor are going to be 1980s Russian Army khaki, so that M81 uniform in just plain Jane khaki. Nothing crazy there. SSH 68s, I believe, for their helmets. So they, I don't know if the berets are modeled with armor. I know FNF config changes a few things, but I don't know if it changes that per se.
It does. So it's supposed to streamline all the uniforms, vests, and helmets to having the same armor ratio. So technically, those little hats can help protect them from like stray shots of 9mm. But usually, if you get headshot in FNF, you're done. So
yeah, no matter what. Yeah. As far as weaponry, they're going to be using 545 AK platforms. So
someone tried to join in the server with Bloodlust.
Yeah, someone else tried to join in
beautiful.
with JSRS as well. So that'd be interesting. Hey, Bloodlust with the autocannon? Hell yeah, sign me the fuck up. I'd pay money to watch that. But yeah, AK-74s, AKS-74UNs, RPK-74Ms, as far as 545 weaponry. Support also gets the option of a 7.62 by 54 rimmed PKM. Lat is going to be the RPG-26. Recon actually gets a railed Mosin Nagant sniper. So,
but the marksmen get the SVD, and then Blue Force marksmen get the 20-round Mark 14. I always find that funny that the snipers get weaker platforms sometimes now.
I mean, it's a matter of precision rather than volume of fire. Especially, and we see that more with like the M24 or the T5000.
Barb spectating with me, so we're in the
same kind of
the booth, as we like to call it,
but full-sized cartridge. But with it being a sniper rifle as opposed to a DMR, there is a higher level of precision at longer ranges. That is the appeal. An M38, though, that is a carbine version of the Mosin Nagant. So it's a shorter barrel. It's not going to be as accurate. It's not going to be nearly as precise either. They're going to have the scope, so but really, I think they're going to be effective out to 300-400 meters tops. Past that, they're really rolling the dice as far as accuracy.
Oh, man. It's that question again, Barb. The crew in aviation, which gun do they want?
Oh, yeah.
Tough
which
choice.
one do they want? It is a tough choice between the U and the... Actually, no, it's just the UN and the UN this time.
So, yeah, no, this is this is what originally started the meme for me of,
Yeah.
I don't know, just...
Oh, man.
I mean, I guess I'll wait till we break down the sectors. I think that's the best time to break down that weaponry there. But we only got 4 minutes before the round starts, so let's go quick.
Before we move to assets, I do want to bring up the tables. They're on both sides, but it's easier to see here on the airfield. These black tables, part of the new FNF config, are actually the briefing tables. I forget what mod it is that it's called, but players can go up to these and actually spawn a diorama.
Oh, Sab's briefing table, right?
Yes, that's the one. And so they've integrated that amazingly. When I was on the ground, I was able to see these firsthand.
Cool.
You can switch between the 3 different sectors or objectives.
I think Falcon's playing, yes.
On map, each side gets to see which side's briefing tables. Each one is assigned to a different squad, so they can see if Alpha's looking at Sector 1, Bravo's looking at Sector 3. They can go, hey, Bravo, you need to look at Sector 1, and have looking at the right objective. It's really, really slick. Fucking kills your FPS like nothing else.
Oh yeah, that's what I heard from Falcon.
But once you get away from the spawn, once safe start ends, I think they all despawn, and so you don't have to worry about it anymore. But it's a very, very, very slick system. It's very nice.
There he is.
But moving on to those assets, we do have very quickly. I'll start off with that BMP. 2A42. That thing has 340 rounds of HE, so about 3 times the amount that the Warrior has, as well as 160 rounds of armor-piercing discarding Sabo. So essentially the BMP2 is going to be... speed is probably going to be fairly similar. Maybe the BMP might be a little faster.
No, the Warrior's going to be a little faster, have slightly better control, but the BMP has more ammo here.
Yeah, BMP has more ammo and a very fast fire rate if it wants to. It can really shred a mountainside. Just
I think one-on-one, if both targets saw each other, the BMP would win that fight. Especially, you got to also consider this, though. The Warrior only has it in magazines, which means it can't go fully automatic. There's going to be a slight delay for it to reload those shots. So if it's not able to make those 6 AP shots, how many was it? Yeah, 6 mags is 17. So if it's not able to make those first 6 shots of 30 millimeter, they're going to have a slight delay to work with as they get the new magazine in, which is probably only be like a second, maybe half a second. But the BMP, I mean, that fire rate is literally...
Oh,
it's quick, and that thing, since it's on a full salvo, it'll got a freaking Vic.
So yeah, we'll see how they match up. They may get taken out by 8C. They may get into a fight. Other assets for OpFor include 2 open UAZs for transport, a Vodnik with a PKT. Actually, no, not even a turret, just like hatches.
Yeah, 2 PKTs, one front, one rear.
Exactly. An MCLB with a PKT, so fairly lightly armored APC, but still armored. And then a Dishcom UAZ, so that could also potentially, maybe if it got around the side or the rear of the Warrior, take out some of the weaker armor panels and pierce through those. That is going to be it for OpFor. So really quickly, Liru, if you want to go through the roster,
Of course.
as we get started.
All right, we got Despo commanding, great commander in my opinion. Time Mech as his 2IC. Grav leading X-Ray. Falcon, I saw he already took an AS Val. He's got Twins and Fred being the marksman, so I'd assume Twins is the other suppressed shooter. I see him with an AKS 45 round magazine suppressed AK. We've got Arcane leading Alpha HQ. Gretch and Nader's going to be taking the BMP. I don't know how they're going to do. I haven't seen them before taking that type of vehicle, so we'll see how that goes. Alpha 1 has Geary James, Danny, PFC D. It's D Barnes, but the Barnes gets cut off. Chaos Kai and Zombie Sniper. Dobbs, Iander, Whiplash, Purton, and Frost are playing under Bravo 1 with Whiplash leading. Chad, Zeist and Bobby are going to be under Charlie HQ. Zeist and Seiko taking the MTLB. Chadwick leading Charlie. Charlie 1 being led by Grr with H2, Viper, Jack Mick, Thyrib, who has the most interesting Twitch URL, but I'm not going to get into it, and Jake B. Oddball leading Charlie 2 with Heinrich, Lurch, and Jack. Delta HQ with Derek leading, and then 2 teams with Bridges leading Delta 1 with Cosmot, Martin, Miller, and Warwick. Those might actually be the 29th ID guys. And then Patriot, Olaf, Blam, and Give Me Your Milk. What a name under Delta 2. Now, round has started, so we're not going to get into the AK joke, but it looks like Blue 4 has a 3-pronged attack here. We're seeing forces and boats. We have a Chinook up in the air, but it looks like it is a false flag style operation they're doing. I think they're going to fake an LZ on the southern side to make OpFor think that Blue 4 is landing to the south. Now, we actually see this maneuver done quite a few times with louder helicopters. They'll have the helicopter land somewhere in the AO close enough so their enemy can hear it, but far enough that the enemy can't see the LZ. So then the helicopter will go in, do a fake landing, and then leave, and then the goal is to get the enemy commander to at least send something down there to waste that asset's time so that the other parts of the attacking faction can then get in there, hopefully with a weakened defensive line, because OpFor, or the defenders in this any case, were committed to looking at that LZ, and that'll hopefully give the attackers an easier time to punch through whatever lines are going through. But I'm a little worried about these boats, because you got the BMP down here, and the BMP can shred those boats. I'm actually really worried about those boats, because the BMP has an autocannon, and it's going to shred those boats. Thankfully, the spotter's looking south at that fake LZ, but if they look out to the horizon, actually they might be fine. The render distance is 900 meters, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, the boats are a few hundred meters away. So this would be, if you hit page down 4 times, that's about the render distance that the player base has right now. So I'm going to keep that render distance for this mission so we can accurately see if the BMP will be able to spot those boats or not.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm sure they're looking out there. And yeah, it's a very good point with the helicopter.
BMP does not have the ATGM launcher. That was
I think
removed.
it would have been if he had chosen a bit closer to the airfield for that fake LZ. If he had chosen maybe that lighthouse right on the coast with the 2 buildings.
Yeah.
Tried to land right on the beach right there with some decent defilade so it could land, loiter, have that attraction from the noise and the dust and everything, and then fly away. Maybe that would have gotten more attention. But just this time, just wasn't lucky. That's all it is.
X-rays are within about 150 meters of each other, but it looks like they're going to pass each other. Blue 4 going east, OpFor looking west directly on the MSR. It's a bit risky for OpFor to put X-ray right on an MSR that Blue 4 could be using to maneuver into the AO. Granted, Blue 4, they're taking a more direct route, but...
Well, you see Blue 4 and Red 4 X-ray, right? Yeah, they are 100, 200 meters away
150.
from each other.
That's what I was calling out.
Amazing, dude.
It just goes to show you the fog of war that you see in FNF sometimes. You'll have people literally pass within a few meters of each other and not notice.
I will respectfully disagree, because I don't think that's the case here at all. And I'm speaking from a little bit of experience. That wasn't a sarcastic cough. That was an actual cough.
Gotcha.
But, I played X-ray for the round 2 of EEU, and X-ray teams
helicopters in
think
view of the
very
BMP.
alike.
Yep.
We ran into the other side's X-ray team on pretty much the exact point that we were going to. So to have the two teams cross by each other so closely is less coincidental and more just common sense. However, the fact that they haven't spotted each other is more luck. And we do even have Grav, who's looking back out to the east with his binoculars. If he was looking more northeast, he might even be able to spot that Blue 4 team. I'm telling you, like, playing on the ground for just a few rounds, like, it gives me a... I've been shown a very
gives you good perspective, yeah.
Yeah.
No, definitely.
Again, and we say this fairly often, but we are spoiled watching through the spectator's camera. We get to see everything as it pans out.
BMP might get a shot on the helicopter in a second. Chinook's coming within the 900-meter render distance.
Yep, so now it's trying to redo that landing, I think. And yeah, there's some machine gun fire. That BMP might open up on them soon. No, that was the BMP. I'm surprised he didn't open up with the autocannon. Especially when it was relatively still, some AP would have taken that thing out. So that is very surprising.
Yeah, opened with PKT instead of
it's
AP. HU, a few shots of HU would have fixed that.
Either HE, AP, either way, just that autocannon.
I mean, Schultz still being forced to land here. I'm wondering if it's...
No, it's the thing.
He's faking it out, yeah.
Yeah, so I think he realized that no one was taking the bait for the first run.
Yeah.
And now he flew a little bit closer and got a little bit more attention. But Red 4, credit to them, they are being very disciplined and not trying to go out. They don't really have too much mobility to do that, to facilitate the push out of the airfield. But, I mean, they're just kind of observing it and I think noting it, which may still have a nagging thought in the back of leadership's head. Like, oh, they could come from the south. The helicopter did land over there and flew away, so maybe. So even though they're not sending anyone now, it may still have an effect.
Nemesis is breaking my heart.
Leadership.
He says the information for the VIX is incorrect. Apparently they don't have autocannons. They're teasing us, Barb. They're teasing us.
It's cock and ball torture, dude. Just blue ball us.
Yeah, so normally the info is correct in here, but if we have an FNF staff member coming in...
Right.
Well, I mean, it's okay. I mean, so I guess that would mean that the Warrior would only have like a 50 cal and a 240 Bravo coax then if this isn't correct.
Yeah, and it'd be the same with the BMP. It'd probably be
12.7 and then the PKT coax.
Yeah, one of the two.
Well, I was hoping we'd have a little bit of vehicle violence, but hey, you know, it happens.
Cholda's coming back in again, and I think Red 4 might be wise to the game at this point, because that's just all he's doing is flying back to that same spot and just dropping off nothing.
See, here's the thing. If you constantly do that feint, though, it makes the other two feints weaker, because all you hear is the helicopter going around in that position, in my opinion.
Yeah, and my chat's saying the exact same thing. Problem with the double fake is that it makes both fakes more obviously fake.
Yeah, and I mean, that's a triple fake at this point now. He's gone and landed there 3 times. The one pickle I see Blue 4 in right now is where they have their units placed. So most of their units are going to cross on the northwestern side of the airfield, which is a massive kill zone, mind you, an open airstrip. You're going to probably see a lot of casualties there, especially if OpFor redeploy some of their 50 cals and heavier guns to overwatch this land strip. Yes, you'll have smokes popped. Yes, you'll have a little bit of defilade cover to work with, but it's still a major kill zone. Now, I would get that if you had the boats come in from a completely different angle, forcing OpFor to pull all their forces to look at that kill zone. But the boats are going to come in from the same vector, just on a different cardinal direction. They're going to come in from the northeast at this rate. And that just means OpFor is going to be able to do a nice unified battle line, potentially to hold Sector 2 and Sector 3. They probably forego Sector 1. But it's just a lot of thin open area that a lot of Blue 4 is going to go down. And the question is, now as I see Whiplash opening fire on Alpha 1 here for Blue 4, how much OpFor can kill off and how much OpFor is going to stay or keep alive for that secondary wave to come in. And also I'm watching as Falcon is stalking the TSB members in X-Ray. I don't think he knows they're up there just yet. I think he just has a hunch, but they're definitely patrolling the areas up here, trying to find where X-Ray could potentially be staging from.
That was an HE rocket coming out from Bravo 1. I think I aimed there on the roof, and it landed short.
A little short.
Yeah, by about 50 or so meters. I could have killed both Parker and Lee there, but no dice. So yeah, and engagement's already started, and this, I'm going to call it here, Blue 4 fucked up. Blue 4 has fucked up.
Yeah.
Here. They're going to try and cross an open airfield. The only saving grace is that this airfield isn't completely flat. We do have some mounds and some hills just on the other side of the airfield from this radar dome. So they might be able to push across this airfield.
I still think the Dishka on the UAZ and the Vodnik are going to come out and just shred if they use that open airstrip.
Yeah, and we do have the MCLB over here as well, looking over this area with the PKT. So that's also going to be a very effective suppression tool.
I mean, really, it's tough to hit this AO. You either have to go all the way around on the north and really utilize that little bump on the after the runway departs to then get into the rocky shrubbery area to then move in, or you have to attack it all the way from the south. But usually across the airfield charges are almost suicide in PvP events from what I've seen through experience.
And it's best to make the PvE experiences death traps as well, because that's just the reality of the situation. But go ahead.
I think Blue 4 could still do it if they have enough elements on Overwatch and they have the marksman picking people off, if they have their AT working properly to take out the vehicles that OpFor is starting to stage. But, I mean, especially with... Look at OpFor X right now, like right on the heels. I'm curious to see... I think Falcon's already spotted someone.
Yeah, Falcon has to be aware.
Yep, no, he's looking out at Lolo right now, like right in his direction. Leave it to Falcon.
Yeah, and he's got that ASVAL. No sight on it, but really don't need it. But he absolutely sees a ranch.
If he flanks around like this, he's going to see... I don't think he's spotted Revanche yet, but he's definitely spotted Lolo. But now he's flanking up to get to those shrubs, and then he might spot Revanche.
Real quick, before he does that, on the north side, we do have a decent cluster of Blue 4. We have Delta, Alpha 3-4, and a bit of Alpha on the north side here for Blue 4. If they were to wrap around this very far end of the airfield, there isn't a lot of red for covering, and it would be pretty much a clear shot for them to get across that kill zone and start working into the rocks and the tree coverage. Again, on that north side. From there, they can work their way down.
Here, go back and look at Falcon real quick, because he's about to do it. He's pointing stuff out that's further down as well. I got my render distance fully turned up so I can see when Blue 4 is going to start their charge, but I think Falcon's going to get 2 for 2 here.
Yep, he's creeping up on him.
The question is, will Revanche hear the footsteps?
I don't think so, honestly.
No, he's crawling right now. Falcon's giving a wide berth.
No, he
takes Falcon out.
Yep.
Or excuse me, takes Lolo out. Revanche trying to line up a shot, and Falcon gets the second one.
Yeah, had to pop
Didn't take that hit.
Rounder.
Now, I wonder if he's going to pick up that sniper and start plinking at Blue 4 down there.
It's fucking Falcon. What do you think? Yeah, I just saw him put it into his bag.
Yep.
So yeah, he's now a fucking danger to all of Blue 4.
Falcon, I think, getting the first 2 kills of the game there, unless there was some far suppression shots. But I like how I saw him point at the rest of X-Ray earlier. Now X-Ray's under fire down here, forced to pop these smokes. Yeah,
and that smoke is just going to draw more attention to them.
Yep, and now you're seeing the sniper and Fred firing down at X-Ray. They're doing some flanking. Falcon's calling those shots out. So great counter X-Ray play by OpFor. And this is going to force Blue 4 to go further north, giving OpFor more time to set their forces up for an open field assault. But at the same time, I'm worried about the boat play in the sense that it's also going to be, in a position where OpFor is trying to fortify themselves. But I do like what Blue 4 is doing right now. They're doing a massive push, mounted with vehicles to minimize that distance. This is the safest way you can cross this open ground. And I wonder if their vehicles are going to then pull back and funnel more people, because that would be the best way to do it.
Those boats only have 11 people on it. We do on the north side. We do have Blue 4, like I thought they might. They push across, and they've actually brought the Warrior with them.
Real quick. PKT Gunner has gotten 2 kills. He was fighting the 50 cal and the HMG, and was able to get, I believe, the Gunner and the other Gunner. Both Gunners on that vehicle. I was worried because the 50 cal can penetrate the PKT,
MTLB, but the MTLB, I forgot it was, they were fighting a Humvee, and the Humvee doesn't have any armor, so the PKT can't shred that. So great play on OpFor so far. 4 kills up.
Chinook doing a distraction run over
And
the air.
Blue Force firing at their own dudes. Platoon HQ is firing at
of course.
the crossed forces. And yeah, no, Chinook is also trying to be above here, I guess, to be a distraction.
Not unusual to see that. We do have Jack 800 and Lurch over here. Last 2 guys here for Red 4, apart from the MTLB. And that MTLB is a little bit outclassed because, yeah, that Land Rover, like you mentioned, the guys are dead, but someone could get back into it with that HMG. And then, yeah, that Warrior.
One of our top
that thing's
players here,
gonna be,
Bay.
pretty much the anti-MTLB as it pushes around into the line
has
of
a
sight
marksman
of the
rifle.
Warrior. Psycho Bobby, he's spraying it down to PKT, and he's trying to spray it down.
Yeah, PKT's not going to do anything to the Warrior there. The armor's way too thick. Even 50 cal is going to get shrugged off by that thing.
Yeah, but I think the Warrior, if it should have a 50 cal, but
The Warrior does have a 50, so it can penetrate into the MTLB, but I think that's why it immediately pulled back. But now you got
firing 762, but go ahead.
You got Lurch and Jacob now flanking around. Looks like both. Nope, there's 2 additional bodies here. I think Lurch was able to get 2 more. Nope, he's on 3 kills now.
And here come the boats. Boats are coming in on the eastern side between sectors 1 and 2.
Okay, so they took it a little more south than where I thought they were going to go on the northeastern side, so that'll at least open up a different angle. And OpFor is still spread a little too thin. So we're actually getting a nice envelopment here along the northern side, but OpFor with only a handful of defenders is doing a great job of attacking. The Warriors now coming around, trying to stop Lurch and Jack here from continuing to chew up these forces. Between them, again, Lurch only has the 3 kills, and you still have that Chinook flying over. There's a smoke grenade being... Okay, no, it was from UGL. I thought the Chinook was somehow cooking a smoke grenade in it, making smoke fly by. Warrior is now pushing OpFor forces here. Lurch quickly getting down. Neither of these guys have AT to deal with that. But now you have the MTLB also being aggressive on the airfield. N1 missing PKT shot. Tartel getting engaged. Tartel has the AT, so he's trying to get the Law out. And now the MTLB is pulling back.
That Warrior's pushed to the coast now.
Yep. Tantel trying to push that Law out, has to reprep it. Warrior, I think, pushing the coast to check the flank. Jack gets knocked out, but I think that Warrior is going to go assist Bravo in getting into the rest of this AO.
Oh, here comes Lurch. He's going to get shot on Pierce from the side. Tosses a grenade. I think he saw Pierce for a second.
Yep, he saw him, put a few shots, gets the headshot.
Nice.
Meanwhile, Jacob came around. He killed someone else on Blue 4 here. He's going to climb on top of the tent. He's got to make sure he doesn't expose himself over to the west. But from there, he might be able to get some nice Overwatch shots on some Blue 4 guys running around. Lurch coming around. I think he just got kill number 5.
Yeah, another one through the bush. Guy was coming
Nice.
around L1, but could not get the shots.
These flanking plays by a few individual units, that is exactly what OpFor wants to be doing right now. Falcon's still on 2 kills. He's got the M24 out. He's getting on top of the rest of X-Ray. But OpFor showing a lot of good aggression here. You got Jake right across from N1 right here. Both are doing medical right now, which is pretty funny. I think N1 heard the medical, though. Oh, does Jake see the gun on his left? Yes, he does. He runs out and immediately headshots N1 because he saw the little barrel poking out from the corner. And now you got the PKT Bobby on 4 kills here. Got 2 more there because Tantalon was taken out. So now you have MGs. Lurch now pulling away with the 50 cal Vic. But the Warriors back here. It's starting to put shots out on Lurch. God, OpFor is just chewing up a lot of Blue 4 elements right now. Falcon under fire here. Still only on 2 kills. He's pulled the AS Val back out. He's gonna have a grenade blow up in his face. Gets up, takes a little bit of shrapnel damage. Now he ducks a few shots. Reaper's trying to flank him with that suppressed Mark 14. Falcon returning fire, kind of blind spraying here. But yeah, Falcon's crippled. He's in a lot of trouble, and he gets taken out as he goes prone. Temporarily, because he's in front of a rock, does the prone up glitch, and I think that's where Reaper snuck that headshot in.
Damn.
Rest of X-Ray, though, we just saw Grav get a great headshot on Sam, though. I think X-Ray are both X-Rays are probably going to cancel themselves out. But if OpFor X-Ray stays alive with 1 or 2 guys, they could continue to harass Blue 4 as they push around. But again, OpFor on all sides so far has done a great job in taking out what they can. We got Moist unconscious back here. Jack, he woke back up. Still on no kills, but he's coming around. Lurch, meanwhile, is chilling on that 50 cal, looking on the coast. Might try to find that warrior, but I don't think that 50 cal is going to cause any penetration. Ooh, Ash was firing at Jack there, so he's pulling back. But just look at the roster. OpFor only has like a handful of people dead. Warwick and Falcon,
really
whereas Blue 4 have like...
The entire Blue 4 Northern Force has been completely just reduced to dust.
Jake, no, hold up. Jack found a Maz, and he found some ammo, and he just hit the warrior once.
I think he tracked it, because they're not...
yeah, Potato in there is dead.
No, he's moving now.
Okay, no, Potato was on the outside. My bad. They have it as the team level. MTLB, it looks like it's pulling back. The gun might be disabled, because I don't see it. Oh, wait, no, it just moved. All right. Jack puts another shot. It is short.
Yeah, I think it hit a rock or something.
Yeah, or a bush.
It was really close. Just, could have been the one shot to take it out.
Oh my gosh, look at Blue 4 Bravo back here. They have been completely cut down.
Yeah, no, they tried to push this peninsula here, and I really think that
the BMP stopped them.
Everything stopped them. Everything really turned once their position was known.
Yeah.
And started engaging them, and they just have not been able to go anywhere. I really feel like if they landed in that little cove just to the north and assisted with a pincer maneuver on those northern hangars, there would have been a much more effective strike. They could have cleared out that infantry and cleared the path for the warrior and the rest of that squad to push south, but they've divided themselves and they got conquered.
OpFor trying to get some long-range shots on Timek back here, and they're actually able to knock him unconscious, and now he's going to ragdoll off the side.
Here comes James. Artisan is hiding here behind a rock. Does James see him? No, James does not see him. The BMP is suppressing this rock, but the guys next to the rock don't see James. In fact, the Red 4 guys are actually suppressing down to Miller.
Let's see if Arcane comes out. Yep, Arcane's going to hear those gunshots. He spots Artisan's beret and gets the headshots.
Yep, he heard that 5.56 from the Colt carbine.
Got Dogbert here not responding. Arcane just making sure he's dead by dumping another magazine in him. If Dogbert were to look left, he might be able to catch these 2 OpFor guys out of position. But he's not listening to those gunshots. He'd have a great spot to fire from, but yeah, he just doesn't seem interested. Hold up, pulls back. Now he might have just spotted James. Nope. Gets a great headshot on Arcane. Does he follow it up on James? I think he's going to spot James now. There's a little bit of defilade covering the way because it's the low ground, but Dogbert knows there's a shooter up here. James is going to end up walking on him. Nope, Dogbert pulls back before James can poke his head over. You also got Miller coming around on the side here, still being aggressive with that BMP also coming around to clean units up. No one on the BMP's gotten any kills, and there goes the BMP. Naders is killed. He was the gunner. And we're either going to see it explode or catch on fire. Yeah, and there's a double rainbow if you look to the northwest.
Ooh, that second shot takes out the engine. That thing is absolutely dead in the water.
Yep.
And burn any second now.
Gretsch is bailing out. How does Gretsch have an SVD? Okay, no, so weird.
Barnes, but yeah, Barnes is the SVD, but yeah, I don't know. I think he must be the marksman, but Cheese is going to spray them both down. Barnes doesn't know where the shots are coming from. And yeah, they are actually getting singled out. Yeah.
Ouch. Hey, one
Gretsch watches his friend die,
thanks for 13 months
and he is the
resub.
second casualty.
Yeah. Hope you keep enjoying the operations. I do hope you get a nice kick out of the scenario. Dogbert's going to again go around James without noticing James there, thinking that there's no one else. I mean, just numbers-wise.
No, Red 4's got this, honestly. And I gotta be honest, this is, in hindsight, like, this is a very difficult AO
to attack.
Yes.
Yeah.
From the west, you have all downhill slopes. From the east, you got maybe a few hundred meters of land before you reach the perimeter, and that's not a lot of room to work with when you're exposed on the sea and air. We didn't see anything from air, and I think that's not a bad decision to make. I would have liked to see a more aggressive play with Blue 4 pushing, securing an area, and quickly reinforcing with Heliborn troops. as reinforcement. That Bravo team, instead of on the boats, be
There
ferried
is
in
a,
that
real
Chinook.
quick, a smoke billow to the south. I think that's the Chinook burning, so something shot that down earlier.
Interesting. I did not even
It's
know
round 1.
this.
I didn't either. I just saw the smoke billow. I'm like, that's not the BMP. What is that?
I think Scholt just flew too close to some trees. Either that or he crash landed over there. But he was
Ooh,
ejected
Twins
from the-
getting a fight with Galil. Twins gets the kill. There was a third guy over here as well. Was that Reaper? Yeah, so Twins killed Reaper and also just killed Galil. Katarino's on his own, so I think, yeah, these 3 remaining OpFor X-Ray guys are just going to continue to sweep. We still have Charlie down there.
It's worth mentioning. So Falcon stole the M24, right? Katarino stole it
Stole it back from Falcon.
Falcon's
Lovely.
corpse. That's amazing.
I mean, I did call earlier, just this is me addressing my chat, that Blue 4, it's been like 3 different matches where Blue 4 has been trying to get a foothold on this island, and they've lost the previous 2, and this is just showing. But look, now Jake is, for OpFor, gets picked off by Lee just as Chine gives some follow-up shots, but Blue 4 is cleaning this up. Lurch on 6 kills, by the way. I'll be curious to see if he comes around and helps stop that final perimeter. I just saw Miller get his 3rd kill over on the remaining Blue 4 guys to the south, but yeah, Blue 4, you know, they're down to pretty much 1 squad. I think they're outnumbered 3-1 at this point. Yeah, so Lurch is going to be patient. He's going to pop a smoke grenade. You see some movement up there. Otherwise, the guys across the area, they're actually suppressing up at Fred right now, forcing him to pull back. You got Twins and Grabs down there, but also OpFor suppressing from across the way right here. So, I don't know. I think Blue 4 just... They had a good plan, but it fell apart because, you know, just a few OpFor guys got in the middle of their line and started taking them out. And I think Lurch is about to have give us a history lesson about that. Lurch gets the 1st kill and the 2nd kill. And he is up to 8 now, as he just picked off 2 more Blue 4 members. Carlson paying it no mind because of the rain, I think, is obscuring some stuff. But Lurch now running up against Coda
grenade.
sideways in Montgomery. That grenade does wound him. Montgomery trying to come around as Lurch pulls away. Carlson also seeing Lurch. Lurch dodging bullets left and right. Goes prone, but it's not enough, and Montgomery gives the finishing kill. 8 kills for Lurch, though. That's pretty good.
Very good. Does more than what he's asked to do. Very nicely done.
Now, Blue 4 still have to deal with this PKT MTLB, which is on 5 kills right now. Helios checking bodies here. And then you also have the Warrior, which is pulled back, trying to give some long-range suppressive shots to take out H2P or Jack. They're crawling around now. X-Ray firing some smoke GL rounds up to Fred's position to try to cover him. Great use of smoke here because Fred was under fire recently, so now Fred's going to be able to use that smoke as concealment to run right down to the rest of X-Ray. That is a great play by OpFor to make. It's one of the best uses you can have for GL smoke, and they've just used it.
Whiplash here, very crafty angle. Peeking the door open using Ace, and just getting a very tight sliver of a FOV.
That was a great play. Fred now getting down. So Fred now getting down. There were some gaps in that smoke. Grav just took a hit as Grav and Twins are now trying to suppress the shooters so they can get Fred to rally up to their position. Fred's still taking a few shots because he's a bit exposed. I think he just took a leg hit.
Hellos got caught up by the MTLB and just got gunned down.
That's
by
6
a
kills
dog
for
in the street.
Bobby now.
Yep.
Fred's almost through. GL coming over. Oh, wow. Good thing Fred freaking rolled. That shot was literally on target. And another GL landing dangerously close to the front of his face.
Yeah, he's hurt. Both his legs are fucked.
I just
that
noticed
is
Grav
rough.
got taken out. Another GL coming, but it lands short because it's only a flare.
Yep. Fortunately, no burn damage from that.
Catarino taking some suppressive fire from an open warehouse that has OpFor D2 in it. Catarino did take some damage. We do see some blood on the ground. Just heard some AT fired close range. That would be the PKT. It is now smoking.
Very nice shot. Yeah,
So
on the rear too.
The final parts of Blue 4 are starting to get through OpFor's first defensive line. But I don't think it's enough. 20 minutes remaining. OpFor still has a big chunk of units left. I don't see it.
Nah, no way. I'd be surprised if they get Sector 1, honestly. Like, there's 5 guys in here. They're very, very deeply dug in like a tick. And it's very easy for Red 4 to just send up some extra guys to occupy the bunker or just send reinforcements in general.
So yeah.
The Warrior is still going.
Yep. Heinrich does have an RPG-26. I think the Warrior Satan is trying to suppress him.
Ooh,
But
just get one. And now there's only 4 in that building.
good shot. That was Heinrich, actually, that he took out. So I didn't notice this. Viper also has AT. And there's a 6th body in here as well. I'm trying to see what AT Viper has. He might just be an assistant because I don't see an RPG on him or anything. So the Vic could help facilitate and suppress the OpFor guys in there. So I think Blue 4 is going to at least get Sector 1. Chadwick coming around here. He had AT, but yeah, he just got taken out. So I think he was trying to pick up Heinrich's AT to take him out, but now they're down to 3. Meanwhile, X-Ray down to 1. It's just, okay, no, he's on top of Fred. Never mind. Their symbols were on top of each other.
And now Ilbenek driving to the south side of the building and looking south, completely ignoring this building, leaving it to the infantry.
It's funny, though, because Chadwick ran out with the 1 AT stick this OpFor group had, and now that AT stick's next to the enemy. So these guys are in a lot of trouble now because they don't have anything to deal with that Vic.
Yeah, Viper is marked as AT, but he has nothing.
Here comes Bayan, who's on 5 kills, by the way.
Oh,
I lost track of him, but yeah, he's a marksman.
Yeah, he's gonna do some real good marks and stuff.
Just spotted Dobbs. Sprays Dobbs in the back. Ran out of ammo, switches to handgun. Spots friendlies.
Holy shit, he's lucky.
That was great, yeah. So he's going to be able to get a fresh mag in. Now you got the rest of his guys coming into breach.
Montgomery gets one of the stairs. And
Was that Dobbs?
now.
Nope, Dobbs ran in the corner. Gotcha. Dobbs and Gurr still in this building.
Dobbs pre-firing, but can't get it. Can't get the shot on...
Bay goes in, catches Dobbs while he's reloading. Montgomery crossing his line, almost taking a few shots in the rear. Looks like Gurr was also taken out by Carlson, and there's Sector 1 taken. Meanwhile, you have, I think this is Charlie for Blue for counter-attacking OpFor's X-Ray Remnant here. Very risky. Steve, I think, spotted Twins, tries to spray him down. Twins dodging everything. He's got 45-round banana mags there. Putting some shots close to Steve, but is unable to get the kill. I think I meant to say Twins there, but yeah.
Tosses a nade and falls back.
I want to see if they try a flank. It looks like they're instead going to pull back, a little flustered by the situation. Fred not opting to pick up an AS Val or something local here. He's going to go in with his handgun. Not what I would choose to do, but I know Fred is pretty good with that handgun as well.
You know, that's enough to kill someone with a beret, right? Good Babyface is pushing up on him. Fred might have the opportunity to get a PM kill.
Twins, wow, gets taken out by the 45-round magazines of the AKS. Twins immediately taking return fire from Steve. Fred now coming around. Gets the headshot, but then is immediately found by Crab and shot multiple times and crippled. Fred times a grenade. It lands a little short. Looking at the other fight, though, Blue 4 starting to stall as OpFor have a few setup positions up here. Yeah, that's what I figured. Blam getting into a firefight with Bayant. But Bayant has the scoped weapon. Immediately double taps Blam in the face when he pokes out. First shot knocks Blam out. Second one gets him in the head. Great play by Bayant there to wait him out with that scope.
Ilbenek gets out of the Warrior and pushes up to the bunker on foot.
Leaving the Vic without a driver. I guess they just feel really confident that OpFor doesn't have any AT to really challenge them. Looking at the rest of the roster, it has turned around a little bit, not fully, but OpFor do have a heavy amount of casualties now as Blue4 has seemingly bounced back a bit, but they still have, I want to say, like a squad size, and they're going to be fighting 2 squads worth of OpFor.
15 minutes.
It's surprising. Carlson being fired at from the building. Ilbenek's gotten back in the Vic. He's driving it down. I could see Blue4 if they keep rallied. They could just spearhead through what OpFor could be described as a... or what OpFor has could be described as a really loose formation here. We could potentially see OpFor defeat itself in detail. However, all of these positions that OpFor are in are entrenched. And because that warrior is starting to play it fast and loose, I would not be surprised if OpFor is able to pull out some AT from one of these loose defensive lines and take out that Vic.
Yeah, Frost has an RPG-7. I think he picked up...
Cosmonaut also has one. But they're getting it out.
Yeah, I wonder if 40 mils might do anything to it. I don't think so.
Nah, not to a warrior.
No.
Oh, apparently Bay died because Jack was able to get him. That's what Frost is telling me. Yep, Jack counter-sniped him with an SVD. Great shot there.
More aggression from Ilbenek and the warrior.
Yep, he's driving. Oh, no, he's gunning now. Saddam's driving.
Danny hears those tracks, and he has an RPG-26 ready. We'll see if he's able to do anything with that.
Does he want to risk opening that window, though? Because as soon as that window opens, that gun's going to turn and start suppressing it. Gunner sees Miller cross the street. H2 going unconscious. Olaf finding Carlson. Ah, I missed it. Oh, did Martin do it? Martin got knocked out. He had a stolen M2 Carl Gustav from Bravo Squad. Ilbenek on fire, though.
Yep, Saddam burning in that tank. Or the IFB, rather.
Oh, you can say tank. Don't worry. It's historical.
Yeah, whatever.
Ilbenek's going to try to run for a warehouse so he can quickly start bandaging himself. Nope, he burns sun, goes unconscious. If you're on fire and you go unconscious, it's pretty much the death sentence there unless someone's here to help you. Blue4 suppressing Dreek. Dreek taking a few shots here. You see him bleeding. Rolling in a bit of a trail there. Dreek could bandage and come back around later. Carlson's still unconscious. Blue4, I think, down to 6 players at this point that are still conscious and kicking. Whereas OpFor at least has about 2 squads, and they still have their Vodnik. Which has taken a bit of damage, but... I think this is going to be an OpFor victory at this rate. I don't even see how Blue4 can turn it around. OpFor's...
No, it would take a number of mistakes from Red 4 that we've seen them avoid.
In the 13 minutes, nah.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, Blue 4, they gave a really good effort towards it. Probably the best that they could have, if that makes sense. But it just... It's a very big ask.
Sorry, I'm starting to tell stuff. That's fair. All right, I mean, who does OpFor still have? They've got Coda, Ash, Sideways, and Eagle. 4 really good players. Sideways, you know, I think manages Papega. And they got Crab and Spot'em across the way. I don't know, but they're fighting Whiplash in the front. I mean, Olaf just sniped Bay, so he's got this entire area locked down. We got the Mexican flag and smoke colors down as well right now. It's round 1.
That is true.
And you got Olaf just behind this rock trying to overwatch up. "12 minutes remaining. Blue 4 not moving from the first sector. I don't see it.
Unfortunately, I don't either. So I think it's just going to be a battle against time between the X-Ray group that's surviving across the way. Actually, no, there isn't even X-Ray at this point. That's Crab and Spotsum, which are part of Charlie. So they're on the other side of the airfield, way outside of any reasonable effective range. And then the last few people that are within that range Yeah, 4 versus, I want to say about 12.
Yeah. Not really seeing any movement from either of the blue 4 groups. They're kind of just stagnant here, waiting for OpFor to come up. Jake immediately, or excuse me, Jack taking fire. Miller going to come around the Vodnik here, but it doesn't have any windows. So he could easily get shot out of it. Blue 4 could potentially steal it, but Miller knocks the wall out and immediately drives away.
I think they might have shot at his tire a little bit. He seems to be listing slightly. Rest of those guys, they're being brave. They are going to push out. But
Jack gets a kill.
great shot there.
That would have been on Eagle.
And back turns the Vodnik now that Blue 4 has been opened up a little bit.
I love how if you go up to Sideways and Frost, you could breach this by looking under the bunker to see if there's anyone in there.
Yeah, that's entirely on OpFor for putting that.
Yeah,
there
that's
on the top.
at that point, if Blue 4 were to metagame that position, that would be OpFor's fault.
Yeah. Actually, Red 4 fire from the ATC. We have a zombie sniper just using his irons, getting some decent shots on infantry.
Bro, he's a zombie sniper, man. The zombie disease gave him some pretty powerful eyesight there, because good God.
He's cracked. We actually see Sideways and Coda.
Yeah, they're checking bodies here.
That's a bad frag. Oh, no, that was a smoke.
It's a smoke. Yeah, I was about to say, might not live there. That was right in front of their faces. Whiplash is up here. Oh, they throw the smoke grenade out. I think that was Whiplash trying to get a grenade in there, not realizing he was out of frags. Now, Frost here has an RPG. He is not an AT guy, though, so he might not have any HE rounds to fire into there, because I see he has the AT backpack.
Yeah,
but he's also got a 240, no, an FN mag.
Yeah, 240, bro.
Yeah, the British equivalent. They're going to run right into him. Frost isn't looking that direction, though, but he hears them and immediately trades with Sideways.
Lucky headshot from Sideways. It must have been.
H2 going to push up, though. Does Coda spot him in time?
No, that's through the bush. That's really thick. Coda
Ash throwing some more grenades. And Sideways is stun locked there and unconscious, so that's not good.
Throwing some grenades, but over on
Martin had medical administered.
Coda gets a little spooked and runs back. I think is going to ride off Sideways. And he's going to be... actually, no. Excuse me. Coda Sideways wakes back up. And Ash is now joining the fight. So it's back up to 3 Blue 4 here.
Coda might quickly put an epi and restarted his heart rate. Because if they're unconscious, Lock only took like a single shot. That's how you can sometimes get someone to come back up next time he has a wake-up chance.
Spottom and Crab now being engaged from that same ATC.
Close GLs.
Depso, yeah. Depso and Timek doing some close GL work.
Whiplash crossing around. Ash is pulled back to this position, but he is not watching that angle. Whiplash might see the gun come out.
I think he's very wary of that bunker.
H2 suppressing and kills Sideways.
Coda gets the trade. Whiplash not pushing into the bunker. Gonna get the
Killery. Well, all right, wasn't a headshot, but definitely shot him up in the back. Coda now coming up.
There. Yeah, Coda's coming out to investigate. Whiplash doing ring around the Rosie. And they meet in the front.
And then Whiplash falls down.
What is Coda on? He's on 2. Feels like more.
That Panzer chocolate, you know? With the meth in it from World War II?
The Panzer Chocolata. Exactly. Must have been. Yeah, those British.
The good shit.
Being on Panzer Chocolata.
They carried some over from World War II. It was part of his stash.
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. They carried a lot of stuff over from World War II, if you know what I'm saying.
Genry doing some far suppression here. Shots not landing close enough, but enough to freak Blue 4 out.
It is, at this point, just down to Coda. Those guys across the airfield can't do anything, so we'll see if Coda can invoke his inner Ajihado. He's got less than 6 minutes to do it.
So it will go overtime if he's able to take Sector 2 and then Sector 3 is contested. Technically, he could bypass all these OpFor guys, but we hear him shooting. Takes Olaf out, switches to Danny. Starts taking fire because Zombie Sniper's behind the Mora. That's the vanilla name for the warrior.
Yeah.
Great,
Great
GL. Damn, I think Zombie Sniper's one to watch now. He's a newer name. I haven't seen him before today, but he's been making his shots.
Yeah, like I said, 500 meters, and now he gets in the warrior.
Yeah, now you're doing it too.
That thing, I saw that thing turn. I don't know if the gun's active or not. Yeah, it looks like it. It's not pointing down. He's looking over there.
I think you can turn the gun because I saw him on the camera before it went to the actual gun. If you click first person, it shows you temporarily that there's the triangle up top is red, which means the gun cannot move up and down. But the outer triangle of the gun turret's green, which means he can still turn it.
Outer triangle of the gun. Oh, the
yeah,
I see what you mean.
Of his camera. If you toggle it back and forth.
Yeah.
That's I remember when Tanks DLC came out, I memorized what all the internal loadouts meant. Because I was a fucking nerd.
Yeah, I was gonna say fucking nerd.
That was back when we worked under Loot and you had to know like every little thing that he could potentially do to you, so.
God. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Good thing you don't have to know that with you, right?
Anyway.
So Miller's doing some patrols. Coda, I think, just got cut up. Either Give Me Your Milk or Chaos.
I think Chaos got him.
Yeah, so that's that done.
Yeah, he's on that kill.
Crab just got taken out as well. He's still alive but unconscious, and Spodum, he is now last man standing. And here
So
comes
Zombie
pushing through the fucking forest.
I think Zombie actually knocked out that guy with the machine gun burst because the gun is at a perfect angle despite being disabled to still shoot at where Blue 4 is. Now we're seeing Despo taking some friendly fire here. He salutes his guys real quick.
Yeah, he's trying to get that message over that, hey, stop shooting at me. But, yeah, well, I was going to say it's not working, but it stopped as I was about to say that.
I mean, he's ground command too, so yeah, salute your own dudes, and hopefully they'll stop shooting at you.
Usually.
If only there was this like crazy feature in FNF where if you opened your map, you could see where all the friendlies were on the map. You know, like their exact positions in real time.
I mean, I'll say I almost had some blue on blue incidents, but we called them out and checked and cross-referenced the map before we opened fire, and every time we checked the map,
Yeah, right, Falcon.
that we felt like we needed to check the map, it was a friendly element. And again, he's getting suppressed. So Spoden, I think
he's following where the gunfire is shooting at, and he gets headshotted.
Damn.
It was Jack, because Jack's down to 1 instead of 2, and that was definitely an SVD. Jack freaking headshotted OpFor command.
It was a one and done.
Oh,
like,
baby.
That was a clean shot.
And he gets headshotted. Oh my god. All right, I'll be back in a minute or two, okay?
Yeah, 2 minutes left on the clock. There's nothing left here to see other than Spoten die and a crab bleed out.
Oh my god.
I am waiting to see for Zombie. He is scanning that line still. Waiting to see for him if he spots out Spoten. Actually, his second guy getting into Zombie Sniper's APC. Minute 30 left. They should just call it at this point. Spoden is just, he's too hardly suppressed. And now he's running out. He's been spotted. He has been spotted by Timek in the commander seat of the IFE. Now Zombie Sniper with that MG. I think he sees him. And actually getting some good shots on Timek. So those shots land to the right of Spoten. That's the 50 cal. And now Miller. I thought he might try and push up with the PKT, but no, he's gonna just stop on the airfield and start suppressing that tree line. Now he's Spotem, he's peeking, he's trying to do what he can. He's tossing frags. 20 seconds left on the clock. AT goes out. It's nowhere close. Spoten runs away. 10 seconds on the clock. And as he dips, ducks, dives, dodges, and dodge, duck, dip, dive, dodge. Whatever. He gets caught out legged, and here comes Miller driving up with the Vodnik. Runs up to him. Dumps some rounds in his face. But because it's after time, they're all invincible. And it's over. OpFor wins round 1 with a very, very satisfying and good defense. That's what I'll say.